What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Dark Quack here, and welcome back to the next episode on our 0 to 1 million coin guide series. So I just want to apologise that we haven't had any uploads recently. I've actually been a bit unwell, so we're back now, so we're going to get straight onto things and just kind of power through the series again. So as you can see, all of the stuff we got from that last episode is currently, well, it's mainly all sold. Everything that we got from all those packs that we did at the end of the last one. And we've also got a bunch of contracts and bronze players, a couple of gold players that are still on the transfer list selling at the moment. So hopefully these guys will sell fairly soon. But for now, we're just going to clear all of that kind of stuff from there. And if we do jump onto our club, we'll be able to see that we actually still have a bunch of players that we still have to sell. So I've got to relist these guys up. This guy I just bought for 1,800 coins. I was just doing a bit of research, checking prices, and I actually didn't mean to buy him, but he does sell instantly for 2,000 coins. So it's a 100 coin profit, but I was just having a look at what we could do for the episode, mass bidding, all that kind of stuff, and then I thought of a different route that we're probably going to go down for this episode. So I need to list all of that stuff at some point in this episode, but what we're going to start with is we're going to start with something that's very easy, and it's an investment that doesn't ever use up any of your transfer space, transfer target list, or anything like that, because you can simply store most of it in your club. So what this is, it's simple. It's League SBCs. It's something that we know is going to come. It's something that's going to be extremely profitable when it does come, and hence it's something that we can prepare for it very, very easily. So the easiest way to do this is to just simply jump through the teams. So we'll start with Athletic Club. We can see that they've got a 79 and a 76 rated goalkeeper available. So there's two gold goalkeepers available. Both are very easy to get hold of. Then the right back side of it, two gold players yet again. So it's not going to be a particularly, we'll go for the cheaper guy. It's not going to be a particularly difficult team so far to buy. We get onto the defenders, and is that Martinez? I think it's a one to watch card. And then he's got Yerle and Extalia. So again, both gold players there for the centre-backs. The left-back side of it, one silver and one gold. No right midfielders. Centre-mids, we've got a choice of 4, basically. And we'll just go for 2 of the average gold ones there. No left mids. And the striker side of it is quite hard, because you've got an 84 rated one or a 69 rated striker. So then what we're just going to do is double-check what we've missed from here. So we didn't find any left mids or right mids. Does that mean that they're not playing a winger formation? Or does that mean that it's simply left wing and right wing as shown here? And it does look like we can find ourselves a left wing player there, and the same goes for the right wing player over here. And then we can just pick ourselves up a backup striker. So the backup striker can just be anyone in any kind of position. So we'll just go for a random cam or something here. That there would complete the prep that we need to do for the team. I sometimes like to buy an extra centre back and an extra central mid, just so we cover any kind of formation or anything. But seeing as we're doing this predominantly for the investment side of it, opposed to actually completing it, I'm not overly too fussed on it. So then the next step is, we obviously want to buy these guys for as cheap as physically possible. So paying 400 coins for these non-rares isn't going to be any kind of an issue to me. And then spending about 600 coins on the rare gold, 700 coins if we have to, is going to be absolutely fine as well. So I'm going to go through and bid on all of these guys here. Then we're going to have a look at how much we've spent on them all, and then we're going to evaluate where we are, jump onto the next team, just have a look at a couple of them, but hopefully we're going to get them all invested in and all ready to go before the episode is finished. Right then, guys, so while that other team, some of the bids just finish off and all of that kind of stuff, we're just going to jump straight onto the next team in La Liga. Now, we're going to be avoiding the bigger ones, the likes of Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, just because they're so expensive. And we're doing this for an investment purpose, not to actually complete the challenges. So it makes no sense for us to go out of our way and overspend on these big teams when we actually don't need them for our own use or to complete it ourselves. Players like this, for example, we can have any of these free right backs for the team, all exactly the same rating. So how I usually find the best way to do it is to just simply jump onto the transfer market and see which one is the cheapest. If you can find one for an absolute bargain, that's probably the one that you want to be picking up. There's a few of them available, so it's not like it's ever going to get extremely expensive for this position, and hence we're happy bidding that 350 on the one we just did. I'm just going to check that there's none that are selling for like a buy it now of 350 towards the hour mark. that's the way that you can just ensure you're keeping it down, by bidding if you're unable to buy one now for a fairly cheap price at the very least. Onto the centre-back side of it now, and I'm guessing they've got a couple of golds. They've got 375 rated gold, so again, it should be very easy for us to fill up those slots there. The left-back side of it, again, it's a gold player available. If there's ever a gold player available, there is just no point in you jumping for a silver player, because the gold players are always going to be capped at how high they can rise, and hence it doesn't make any sense to overspend on a silver player when a gold player does the job to a better degree, a better level. We do hit these strikers though now, and as you can see with the striker side of it, they are fairly, well, they're all silver, so they're all fairly expensive is what I'm going to guess. Let's just have a quick look on the market here. There's a couple here we could be bidding on. So we're going to come in with some bids of about 450 and 500 on these guys here. And we are just going to quickly jump to the end and see if we can pick up any of these strikers here as well. For maybe 200-300 coins if we can get a bit lucky. Someone's just listed one maybe. Most likely not, but we'll see if luck favours us today. No, so we're going to keep our eye on the bids there. I popped in 2 centre mids, but we've always got to remember that it doesn't have to be a centre mid. We can also be looking at cams, and as you can see, we find ourselves a gold cam immediately, and then a CDM as well. And let's see if it's the same. Yeah, so there's 2 available there. It doesn't mean that those silver players aren't going to be of use to you. It just means that there's so many gold players available that these are going to be the go-to ones that people buy. And if we're selling when the SBC is released, these ones are still going to bring in a massive amount of profit, especially the non-rare golds. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just jump through these, bidding again on all of these non-rare gold players that we can. And then I'm going to show you what the transfer list looks like. And we're just going to rinse and repeat this for a little bit while. I do apologise, like my voice and everything isn't 100%. So you probably, I might be a little bit quiet or something, or look a little bit like crap, but we need some videos, so this is happening today. Okay then guys, so we listed up everything that was left in our club. So all of those few gold players that we had, a few of them are still selling and everything. But I wanted to just make sure that the club was clear for when we started throwing in the La Liga players, so it didn't all get a little bit messy for us. So what we've got on the transfer target list at the moment is all the players from the 2 clubs you saw me bid for, and then a 3rd club that we have also gone on to start bidding for as well. So the way I like to do it is I have all my bids here. So all the players, we either will win or we will either lose them. Then what we can just do is jump straight onto here and assign all of the players. So anyone that we've won, we know that we want them in our club, so we just straight up send them into our club. Sometimes, somehow, you're going to end up bidding on the same guy twice, and you're having 2 copies of him. If that happens, just quickly sell him on. And the reason that that happened for me is everyone that we don't win, I leave on here. So then what I'll do is I'll quickly jump on a compare price for them, scroll along until I can find a better option, a bid, a snipe, anything that's available for that player that suits our needs, and then I'll remove the old one from the transfer list, if that makes sense. The reason that we end up with duplicates somehow is because I forget to delete them. So for example, I'd make that bid there and I forget to remove this guy. We're going to remove him now, so now we know that we don't have duplicates of him hanging around our transfer targets list anyway. Same with that San Jose there, we'll make another bid there, remove him. Same with every single player here, we're just going to keep going through them, bidding on them until eventually we will win them, and you will win them. It will just take a bit of time, but you will get everyone that you want for decent prices this way, and it just ensures that when the SBC drops that we are going to be making ourselves some decent money. Even this Gomez here for 400, we'll just bid 400 on that one, and we will remove this guy from the list here. So with this will keep us up to date and on track for all of the players that we're trying to get at the moment, and this will be 3 teams done when that transfer target list is completely clear. So what we're just going to keep on doing is keep on jumping straight onto the next team, and as you can see there, it's filling up very, very quickly, and we can double check our progress at the end. But straight onto the next team here, same logic as before, not Barcelona, Getafe. We just want to fill up the club, fill up the team, sorry, buy all the players, bid on the players, snipe the players, whatever we want to do. And then eventually we are going to get there and make an absolute killing from just buying these players for so cheap in advance. Okay then guys, so as you can see, we have done another couple of clubs. And there's a bunch of stuff we've still got to rebid for that's on the transfer target list at the moment. But at the same time, there is a bunch of players that we have won yet again. And as you can see, we're winning like 17 items at a time. Our coin total is barely going down at the moment just because we're spending so little on all of these players. Now, these guys here, they're silvers. We're going to be paying a little bit more than we were for the golds, but it's just because they're very rare in their positions. And hence, they're the kind of players that are likely to turn a bigger profit down the line. They're the ones that are best off remembering if you can as well. So you can constantly check that transfer list to see if you can pick them up for cheaper on bids or lucky snipes or anything like that throughout the normal day. They're the ones that can turn a big profit if they got the right formation when the League SBC drops and you've been picking them up at the right price. They're basically our gold mines here. Oh, there was one for 750 on that, which did look to be fairly cheap compared to all the rest of them. You know what? I'm going to take that 750 one if he's still available. That's cool. See, that the cheapest one after him was about 1,500 coins, so we could instantly sell him on for a profit right now. But we're doing this for the longer haul. We're in it for... This guy's still got a lot of profit to be made, even at 14. I don't think I'm going to go above 1,400 though. We can make profit straight away off it now, but we're doing this to hold, and it may be to hold until they drop it. Or if we actually feel like completing it for some reason and using the packs or whatever, then that might be the other route we decide to take here. As you can see, there's not many of these guys left that we need to put bids in for. A couple of them are fairly expensive, and that doesn't mean we have to pay these expensive prices. Whoops. It simply means that we can come back and reevaluate these teams and potentially find a cheaper way in which we can actually build these teams down the line. Let's leave him here for now. I'm pretty sure this guy was fairly expensive as well. Not as expensive as the other guy we were currently looking at. You know what? Probably definitely not worth going in again. We can just grab him there for 700 coins. So we'll pick him up for 700. That allows us to remove another one from our transfer target list. And it just allows us to continue going through these teams. And again, guys, this is probably quite a tedious video for you to watch. But like I said when I started this series off, I wanted to show you every single method that we could be using, exactly how it's best to use them, and then show you each and every step of how it is done. Now, if we're having a look at this team here, how could we maximize the profit from completing this? Well, obviously we'd buy all the players, but then we could also fill our subs bench up with other players from the team. We don't just have to buy 11 if it's an investment. We can buy all the defenders, we can buy all the midfielders, goalkeepers, strikers, everything. One of each player and then sell them all. We have endless options on how we want to take it. Personally, the reason that I do it this way is I build close to the best possible team. That ensures that I'm going to be able to complete it if I choose to based on the rating of the teams that are required. And these players are going to be in high enough demand because they're all going to be wanted because of their rating yet again. So they're the key factors that I like to look at. And even the non-rare golds, they're just not packed a ton. So if the demand is there, they should easily double at the very least in price when the SBC drops. And that is all we are hoping for from this, is a decent chunk of profit. We don't need to get rich. We just need to get some decent money back from it. So we're on to Levante now. And it's just going to be the same process again here, guys. Just very quickly filling up the whole team with players from each position, and then we're just quickly jumping onto the transfer market, seeing if we can buy them for a decent enough price. They don't have a single centre mid for this team. If we can't get them for a decent price, then maybe we'll have a look at changing the formation or changing exactly what players that we're trying to use. I can't believe they don't have a single centre mid in their whole team though. They have got a couple of cams. Let's just see the CDMs as well. Okay, cool, that would explain it a little bit. Oh, whoops, we don't want to get rid of him. Where was that cam? CDM there. That should do it. Cool. So I'm just going to carry on with this, guys. I'm probably going to get Levante, probably get the team after that, maybe even the team after that if I get on a roll, and then jump back and show you our transfer targets one more time, guys. Okay then, guys, so that's another couple of teams done. And if we just quickly jump onto here and hit sign all, then it should send a bunch more players straight to our club. It's another 8, so it's not a huge amount of players, but we're getting there slowly and steadily. And as you can see, there is a bunch of them that we've been outbid on that we just have to come back in with some stronger bids, or bid when there's a few less people on at that time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this process I am going to take a bit of a break, so I'm going to wrap up the episode here, and it's going to be a fairly short one, but it's going to be showing you the best way to invest in these league SBCs. I'm going to finish doing La Liga, and I'm only going to be doing the non-huge teams. So I'm going to be leaving out for now Atletico, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. And then at the start of the next episode, we'll go through each of the clubs. I'll show you each of the players. I'll show you if you want how much I've paid for them, so you guys can see exactly what's happened. And then we can pick up from there. But the reason, again, that we love these investments so much is simply because it's not taking up any transfer list or transfer target space. If we have excess coins, which we do at the moment, they can sit in our club ready until the SBC drops. Then we have the choice to complete for the card, complete for the packs, or sell the investments on for profit. And if we're getting in early, or if we're being smart with our bidding, sniping, whatever we want to do, then we're ensuring we're not overspending on these cards as well. And hence it's an investment that will pay off whenever it pays off. After we've done La Liga, there's a good chance that we're just going to jump straight into Bundesliga and do the same for them. And then straight into Premier League as well, because why the hell not? And get all three of the big remaining leagues wrapped up. In between, obviously, looking at other investments. It's just a little bit annoying that I was in hospital during the one to watch is dropping, because we could have made some huge profit, showed you guys how to trade around that. We do have Player of the Month coming up very shortly as well. So if I'm up for it, which I'm hoping I am, the next video could possibly be around Player of the Month investments, how we can approach these every month, what we want to be looking out for, and how that as well is a gold mine if you play your cards right. But anyway, guys, like I said before, I apologize for it being quite a short video. I hope you do enjoy it, even though it isn't really long. And at least it gives you the gist of how this works and how we can be making coins every year, every month they're released, all the time, always value to be found. If you are enjoying the series still, if you could drop a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, join our Discord, do all of the crazy stuff you guys always do. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.